Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. This is my second book. This is the second book in the Harry Potter series and my second read. And I did chain read this literally the day after I finished the Sorcerer's Stone. Actually, I did that with these upcoming the first 4 books. I had them all on hand and just read them one after another. Again, I'm not going to give any spoilers, no storylines or anything. Just my thoughts, my reaction to reading this book. This children's book that I did not get to read growing up, have not watched the videos, and am experiencing for the first time in my almost mid-30s. So this is just a fun little reaction series. The Chamber of Secrets, I did enjoy. I really, really did enjoy it. I believe... Okay, I will say this, Dobby was expertly written. I enjoyed Dobby. He was fun. He is probably one of my most favorite love to hate characters in the series at this point in time. I love the Phoenix. That was a very fun addition to the Harry Potter series. I love that every wizard has a pet, and those pets really do reflect them. This is where I'm kind of wishing I had the movies as a background, because I would like to envision these pets a little bit better, because all I have to go off of right now are the cover art, which is fun and beautiful, but I bet these are well done in the movies. And I'll find out after I read the whole series, but I'm staying away from the movies just yet until I've finished all 7 books. But as for the storyline, this one got a little bit darker than I was expecting for a book geared towards kids. It was not bad. It was not bad at all. I would let my 11, 12-year-old read this. But it was a little scary, I'm not gonna lie. I liked the new Magic of the Dark Art teacher they brought in. He was classic. I expected the book to take him a different direction, and I'm glad it didn't, because it would have been stereotypical. It was just, as a avid reader, that type character would have been very prone to do to do certain things, and he didn't in this book. It was just literally who that character was, and I liked that. He was just a goofy, not lovable. I would say I did not like him at all, but it was fun to read. I will say this, as a writer and a reader, every author that I know of has their favorite character that they like to beat up, and that character is usually their protagonist. Yeah, protagonist. And you could tell that J.K. Rowling likes to beat up on Harry, and I can totally relate to that, having my own character that I really like to beat up on. And that was fun for me as a wannabe novelist, to see that my tendencies to beat up on a single character and to really make them work really hard for what they need to accomplish is typical. I've seen it in a lot of books, but I'm feeling it in Harry Potter, and I like that. The boy can take a beating, I will give him that. And I'm really loving the sport that they've thrown him into, as I played sports in high school, and that is, I'm a firm believer that sports make any academic better. It just gets your mind better prepared to learn. And I just really like that, of all the things that Harry struggles with and all the things that he is also naturally good with, one of them happens to be a sport, and that's fun. Harry Potter is by this book I had the distinct feeling that he is a very typical kid, which again I like. He's not overly athletic except for in this one sport, But on his own 2 feet, he's, you know, he's a typical klutzy, not quite brilliant, makes big mistakes, emotionally driven sometimes. Actually, a lot of times he's very emotionally driven. He's just a typical kid. And sometimes he's just as stupid as a typical kid is at that age when it comes to knowing who to go to for help, knowing where to start to solve a problem, knowing who to trust. Again, he's a very relatable character in a very unrelatable world, and that just brings these books to life. So again, my thoughts, I do recommend it. Cannot wait to see this movie in particular. I want to see how Dobie is portrayed. And I would love to see like how these were, I want to see what they would have changed to make it fit in a movie frame, because honestly this was one of the ones that actually read like a movie to me. This one really made me like really fall in love with Jenny as a character, and I'm hoping that more comes of her in the series. I don't know what. I don't know what I would like to see from her. Well, I kind of do, and I'm not going to say it, mainly because I don't want to be disappointed. But I want to see her more prominent in the series. She's a very sweet soul. I love that she has this adorable puppy crush on Harry, and that Harry is sort of noticing it, but he's also kind of stupid about it, which they seem a little bit old to still be in the girls versus boys mindset, but there's very much like, I don't know. I'll get into that later. I've already read the 4 books that I'm videoing. I'll get into that later, but anyway, Jenny was absolutely adorable in this book, and I want to see more from her. So again, yes, I do suggest so far. So yes, that is my thoughts on the Chamber of Secrets. And if you have any questions for me, like I'm having a hard time thinking of what to say off the top of my head. But if you have any questions about things I thought about or things I thought were going to happen or anything like that, put them down in the comments below and I will respond to them. So if you are watching this video, do read the comments, because if I didn't cover something, somebody might have already asked a question, and I might have already answered it. So yes, this is an ongoing discussion. Let's talk about it.